Alright, y'all, so we need to talk about Todd Garner for a minute and this whole crazy fiasco, controversial comments about Johnny Cage and all this foolishness that everybody is getting triggered over a comment that he made. So here's my thoughts on this though. Just to clarify what he's actually saying. When he mentioned that having a white male to lead the team of heroes in the Mortal Kombat sequel, it just wouldn't make sense since the Mortal Kombat movie is based on the Asian culture. It's Asian martial arts movies though. People might have thought that he was being racist because when he said that Johnny Cage is a white male, that wouldn't fit for this movie. And there's so many people out there that pretty much took offense of that comment, and I just find it stupid and pretty silly, to be honest with you. And the fact that people are blowing it out to be a race thing, which is basically not true by all means. He's basically saying that for the sequel, if the film does good, the sequel will have Johnny Cage, whether he's white or Asian, but it's obvious that it's going to be an Asian actor playing Johnny Cage, which I'm alright with it. You don't always have to have the same race to play characters from franchises and stuff. And people are always making it out to be the race thing, like how Melina is quote-unquote being whitewashed or race swap. A lot of people don't realize that Melina is a fictional character. She's mixed with all different things, but she was not Asian, she was not white, she was just a freaking artificial character, or whichever they say it. People just do not do their research on Mortal Kombat, on these characters, or where they're from, or who they are as human beings. They just pretty much assume and always remember what they look like from the games instead of doing actual research on the characters. That's basically what bothers me about today's fandom. They basically cried about everything since this movie was promoted, especially with the trailer, showing what the characters are going to look like and why Johnny Cage is not in this movie in replacement of Cole Young. And Todd Garner just pretty much tell him, look, once you watch this movie, you're going to pretty much understand why Cole Young had to be in this movie in the first place. That doesn't mean that he replaced Johnny Cage. He's going to be in the sequel if this movie does good. Because we all know they're going to probably make another Mortal Kombat movie. Whether it's going to be about a solo characters, about Liu Kang and Kung Lao, like a Shaolin Monks movie. Whether it's going to be about Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Whether it's going to be about Jax, Sonya, or any other character that this movie is based off. So, regardless of what people think, Todd Garner is not a racist. So I don't know why people are just making it a racist thing when he says something about a white guy, how he finds it weird that a white guy is, well, quote-unquote, supposedly leading the team for the sequel. I don't find it to be racist at all what he said. People are just taking his comments out of context and making it a huge proportion, of making it a huge dramatic issue. Like, it's not even that serious. It's just what he said. And you get offended over it, and you get cry about it and get soft about it. This fandom pretty much just goes to show you that you cannot please everybody. People are never going to be satisfied unless their favorite character is in this movie. And that's quite sad to say the least. Johnny Cage, he's just a character. He may be everyone's favorite character, but he's not the franchise. He's not the face of Mortal Kombat. And truth be told, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are pretty much the faces of the franchise because they're the most popular character, not just Johnny Cage. And that right there is something people need to get their heads on. That's just my, 2 cents in on this whole Todd Garner situation. I don't think the guy's racist. Yeah, he made it come off, as a racist what he said about Johnny Cage. How you felt funny having a white guy play Johnny Cage in an Asian Mortal Kombat martial arts movie. Yeah, you got Sonya and Jax. They're English, people in an Asian martial arts movie. But you know what? Here's the thing. Mortal Kombat is based on the Asian culture. Of course, it's gonna be like that. Maybe for the sequel, you're gonna have an Asian guy playing Johnny Cage, and I bet people will throw fits on it, and it's really sad. So that's just my thoughts and opinions on this BS situation. Like, leave the guy alone. You're getting mad over one comment about Johnny Cage. Tom McDonald, the white rapper. People are so stupid. Just like how they're acting right now about what Todd Garner said about Johnny Cage. Getting triggered over what he said. Get over it.